Hey guys, this is Eskimo Poodle, and we are here to start our new Let's Play series. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the Game Boy Advance, a strategy RPG. I do believe it was released, I want to say sometime in 2003, and unfortunately when everything's on the big screen like that on the Wii U, I don't think there's any way to actually do anything with it. And as for the screen that's up there right now, well, that's just, I think, what everyone else is playing and trying to get you to go to buy all the new games and stuff. But anyways, like I said, we're going to go ahead and Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, which I think was released in, 2003. So it's a reasonably old game. And I think it just went ahead and started up. For anyone wondering why I'm... Oh, that must have been... For anyone wondering why I'm playing Final Fantasy Tactics Advance instead of Final Fantasy Tactics, well, personally, I played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance before Tactics, and I just prefer it a little better. I know a lot of people don't like Tactics Advance because it has a lot of, well, it kind of dumb things down a little bit. Not like, I guess a fair amount. Like, in my opinion, it's a good thing though, because in Final Fantasy Tactics, you had to worry about stuff like your zodiac sign, and then your opponent's zodiac sign. You had to memorize all that stuff and try to figure out which optimal unit did the best damage because of that stuff right there. And half the time you just end up using the special party members because they had pimped out skills and you couldn't ignore using them because they were just too good. So Final Fantasy Tactics does do a lot right, but then again, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance also does a fair amount of stuff right as well. So that's something that I just liked about it. It's just a good game. Let's see. It's, like I said, it's a strategy RPG, so it's grid-based combat. It's a reasonably easy tactical RPG to get started. I think it was one of my first tactical RPGs. I'm not sure if I played Arc the Lad before or after. I don't remember. I think it was after, but I think this might have been the first tactical RPG I played. And I play a couple of them nowadays, but I'll probably play a few more on the channel just because I like them. Some other people like them. It's not going to be the most exciting LP, that's for sure, simply for the fact that a lot of the story is, well, it was a Game Boy Advance game, so none of the story has any like cutscenes or voiceovers or anything like that. I mean, there's a few mini like cutscenes using in-game sprites and stuff like that, but it's nothing really major, and I don't know why you bothered doing that, you dang game. But yeah, it's a fun game. I like it, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with it. Alright, before we get started, the color mode here, this is basically if you were playing the game on the actual Game Boy Advance, you would have LCD-A, which I think is for if you just had the regular Game Boy Advance. LCD-B, I think, would be if you had the like Game Boy Advance SP, which had a backlight, and then TV if you're playing it on the TV, like for the, I think the GameCube had a Game Boy Advance player. So we're gonna go ahead and stick with Game Boy, or this is a regular Game Boy Advance game, just because it's slightly brighter there. Let's see, is there anything else I really want to talk about? The way this game plays out is there are missions in order to advance the plot. There's story missions, a side mission, and all sorts of other good stuff like that. And I think there's roughly 300 missions in the game. I think 30 of those are story and the rest are side quests. I'm going to try to do as many as I can, but there's going to be a few that I can't do because some are multiplayer and some are also, I think some are like randomly generated. Not a whole lot. I think there's like 4 of them that can be randomly generated, and you'll get like 3 out of them. But I'm not really too worried about it since you don't really get a whole lot out of those ones. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started then. Yes, yeah, this is pretty much how the cutscenes are going to play out. Well, actually a lot of cutscenes are going to take place on the various battlefields or whatever. Yeah, you'll see. Oh man, why do I get stuck in the weak team? Because you're a bully. We're just going to lose. Where's the fun in that? Hey Mewt, where's your little bear today? He didn't want his precious bear to get wet in the snow. Aw, did your mommy give you that bear? What's your problem, new kid? Leave him alone. He's not gonna say anything anyways. He's like a little girl. Hey, that's gender discrimination. And I know some little girls who can kick your ass. Butt, ass, whatever. Whoa, Ritz, what's your problem? You don't want to be on that team, right? How about we switch? Would that be better? Let's start already. You should speak up. Tell them your name at least. You can't be the new kid forever. Technically, if you wanted to, I think you actually could make your name just be new kid. But that's probably not the best idea. And yeah, you got a few spaces for names, so you can go reasonably far. But we're just going to go ahead and stick with the original name, March. March. I think it's pronounced more Marsh than March, but... There we go. Sorry, Marsh. You don't have to apologize, Mewt. You haven't done anything wrong. Okay, Mr. Leslie. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm just going to say Leslie. We're ready to go. Then let's get the snowball fight started. Ready? Team activity, snowball fight. Okay, cool. Let's do it. So this is basically just the tutorial battle of the game. And unfortunately, you can't skip it even if you've already played the game. So, oh well. Gotten used to the snow in St. Ivalice yet, Marsh? It's much warmer where you're from, isn't it? Yes, sir. It never snowed. This is practically my first snowball fight. Really? Then let me give you some pointers. Ritz, could you help us out? Yes, Mr. Leslie. Kids with the highest speed move first. Once your turn comes around, first you have to move. You can only go a set distance, so think first, then move. When the menu isn't up, press the B button to see your move range. You can redo a move as many times as you want. Ready to move? Okay, now that you're in position, you can throw a snowball. Choose Snowball from the action menu. The green colored pen will show your throwing range. Now choose where you want to aim within that range. If no one from the other team is in range, just wait. Waiting makes your next turn come around quicker. Okay, here goes. Hi-ya! Once you've thrown, you have to choose a facing. Once you've chosen a facing, your turn ends. Understand? I don't want to repeat the lesson because that goes kind of slow, but oh well. Yeah, I think so. Thanks, Ritz, Mr. Leslie. Let's get back to the snowball fight then. Good luck, Marsh. Yeah, I think March sounds better. Yeah, I'll probably alternate. You can see help for any game command. To view, choose a command, and press select. Alright, cool. So yeah, press select, and it'll say, well, pretty much something about the whatever you're hovered over. If you, the way the game works with your turns is if you just go ahead and wait automatically, then your next turn will come up quicker. If you move and then wait, your next turn will come up a little slower. If you move, then do an action, and then wait, your move will come up the slowest. Also, if you just do an action and then wait, it'll be pretty much the same as if you moved and then waited. So basically, if you're just trying to get to the other side of the screen, you just want to go ahead and move, and then wait, and then your next turn will come up a little faster. Alright, status. Yeah, we'll get our status here. Not a whole lot going on here, but oh well. And she's a class head. Good for her. And I think if we press the start button, yeah, you can see the turn order here, which will show you which character is going to get their turn next, and you can go ahead and look at them. I think from here you can also check out their, yeah, you can zoom in on them and then check their status. And then let's go ahead and I want to options. I want to, oh, for cursor type A and B, basically cursor type A means that if you move the D-pad down or up, and it'll go left and right like that. If you have it on cursor pad B, then if you press down and up, it'll go like to the left and the right instead, and vice versa for the left rights and the up down and stuff like that. So I'm just going to stick with whatever the default is here because I'm not really too worried about it. Let's see, I want to options. I want the cursor speed to go fast and the message speed to go quick. Attack name, we're going to keep that on. Experience, we're going to keep that on. Judge points, we'll get to that later, but keep it on. Non-equipable items, I want to put that on off. That way you'll never be able to, you won't have to look through all your various equipment to figure out what you can equip or not. And for the L button, this is going to do something different in battle depending on what you have it set to. This is basically showing you stuff that you might need to see. Like, I usually like to have it set to like laws or turn order, but yeah, I think I'll set it to laws. And then we'll save it, and we're good to go. Alright, now let's go ahead and I think, can we actually, no, it's not going to show us the mission objective, I guess, because there isn't really one. But our mission objective is, oh, just throw snowballs at each other. The battle will actually end once Mr. Mewt here gets down to a certain HP level. And in order to speed that up, I'm just going to go ahead and attack the little kid right here. So why not? Alright, so you're going to go right there. We're going to choose a Snowball, and we're going to clobber Mewt. Because yes, this game does have a friendly fire, and yeah, the game does have friendly fires, so we're going to go ahead and clobber Mewt. As you can see there, we're going to do 1 point of damage with the 80% chance to hit. And chances to hit are based on your location relative to the enemy. But again, we'll go over that later. Yeah, we might just go over it now. Screw it, why not? Notice how he only has a 60% chance to hit there? That's because he's facing Mewt and not to like the side or behind. If you go from the side, you have a higher accuracy. If you go from behind, you have the best accuracy. And if you go from the front, you have a lower accuracy. Now I think he's going to tell it to us right here. Easier to hit someone from the side or behind. Yeah, there we go. Think about which way your opponent's facing when you move. And also, what you want to watch out for is after you... Actually, I'm not sure if this counts as... Okay, that will count as to the side. Sometimes they'll do something weird, like if you're technically behind them, like over here is behind them, that'll still more count to the side than behind, really. Yes, he's still 80%, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And then here, with the little glowing dots, that's how you want to end your turn placement. Let's say Mewt actually was an enemy, and we wanted to make sure he wasn't going to be able to get a good position for attacking us later. We'd want to face this way, because otherwise, if we had faced this way right here, he would be able to hit us from the side with higher accuracy. And if we face that way, I think it's easier to get critical hits if they hit you from the back. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's the way to do it. So we want to face this way, that way if he was an enemy, he wouldn't be able to hit us as easily. So we're going to do that. And this guy's name is Guinness. Good for him. Must mean he's a smart kid. Yeah, because we're not going to be able to hurt any of these bullies real easy like, so might as well just pick on Mewt until the battle's over. Because it does take a little while to get through this little fight here. Especially if he dodges everything. Unfortunately, you can't attack yourself. Yeah, you can't attack yourself. So I'm just going to go ahead and... Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're just going to go ahead and wait. By the way, B button is to cancel, obviously. A button is for selecting, just in case you weren't entirely sure. Let's go ahead and go right here. And I'm not sure if this is actually going to work or not. Let's see. We're going to go ahead and go for Mewt. And sometimes, like I said, there is friendly fire, and for like projectiles and stuff, you might end up hitting your own teammate depending on what type of projectile you're using. But we might not actually get into that in this fight. Actually, probably not. And a lot of times when they miss getting hit, they'll face the direction that they missed the attack from. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just the way it is. So, okay, you wait there. Hey, no running away, Mewt. But that's what Mewt does best. Alright, yeah, I think getting him down to that much HP. And we're done. And now we're all just picking on the new kid. Stop it. Why don't you two stop it? What? We're not breaking any rules. Sure, you've been aiming at Mewt this whole time, which technically isn't illegal, and the teacher never says anything about it. Really. Are you okay, Mewt? Yeah, I'm fine. See? He says he's fine, so what's the problem? He knows you'd pick on him worse if you said anything else. Alright, I'm going to take this moment to show something. Because we are playing on the Wii U, and this was originally a Game Boy Advance game, and it was like, I think Game Boy Advance had a resolution of like 240p or something like that. It's going to be a little pixelated for like the big heads like this and stuff like that, but if you want to make sure that it looks reasonably decent, make sure that in the settings for the Virtual Console, you have screen smoothing on and TV display to pixel perfect mode. If we have it on just like full screen mode or pixel smoothing off, yeah, it looks a lot worse. So you want to make sure to have the right stuff on there. So yeah, so screen smoothing, that makes it look a lot better, and then also pixel perfect mode does a good job of making it look slightly less jagged. So just keep that in mind. I could have played this on the emulator and it probably would have looked a lot better, but hey, I already bought it on the Virtual Console. Hang on just a minute. For like I think it was like $8 or $9, something like that. It's a decent deal, and also it also looks pretty good on the gamepad. So yeah, it looks really nice on the gamepad actually. Better than it would on a Game Boy Advance, just because the resolution for the gamepad is reasonably decent. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue. I just wanted to point that out just to make sure you got the decent resolution on here. Ouch! Mewt, your forehead is bleeding. Huh? There was a rock in that snowball. Hey, I didn't throw any rocks. It's Mewt's fault for being so lame. He's an easy target and we've got to get points, right? So the end justifies the means? You guys are horrible. Whatever you say, Whitey Locks. What did you call me? We know you dye your hair because it's really all white. Yeah, just like an old grandma. Ha ha, little prissy grandma. For a second I thought that prissy word might have said something else. Oops. Step over here and say that again. Children, behave. This snowball fight is over. Lyle, Colin, Guinness, I want you to come with me. Try to remember those 3 names for later, because that's nothing really important. It's just like a small Easter egg. Mewt, how's your forehead? It's okay. I'm fine, really. That's it for class today. The rest of you can go home. Hey, these guys get to go home early? Cool. I like it. Thank you. I can't stand boys to pick on little kids. Those jerks. So Marsh, what are you doing after this? Huh? Why? I was going to go buy this book, and I was wondering if you wanted to come along. Sorry, I can't. My little brother's getting out of the hospital today. Ah, poor kid. What's wrong with him? Did he get ran over by a car or something? Hospital? Was he sick? No, it's something he was born with. We have to take him to the hospital every now and then. Wow, that's rough. What kind of book are you going to buy? It's about monsters and magic and stuff like that. Yeah, I like that kind of book. You give me a book with monsters and magic and well, stuff like that, and I'd rather read that over something like a biography or something. So, I prefer fantasy settings in games, books, movies, whatever. Every once in a while, something realistic-ish is okay. Like, I guess James Bond is decent, I guess, sometimes, but I'm not gonna watch like a historical documentary or something like that, or something like Gone with the Wind. Yeah, it's a cinema classic, but it's not really my preferred cup of tea. Why don't you bring it over to my house? I'm sure Donut, my brother, would love to see it. Well, if you're sure it's okay. Absolutely. Why don't you come over too, Ritz? Me? Gee, I guess I don't have any other plans. Okay. Great, you two know where my house is. It's the yellow house, right? I'll come over as soon as I buy that book. I'll be waiting. Cool, new kid made friends. Granted, they're part of the nerdy, dorky clique or cliche or whatever you call it. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. And they probably think they're cool enough. Gosh, I'm really sorry. Uh-oh. I'm really, really sorry. Please accept my apologies. Mr. Rando, we expect a certain level of performance, regardless of circumstances. It won't happen again. Don't worry, I'll fix things up here. Oh, thanks. Thank you for waiting. Shall we? Look at that guy cringing like that. Embarrassing. Mewt? Mewt, is that you? Hi, Dad. School's out already. Yeah. These are your friends? Don't you still have work to do, Dad? Ah, yes, busy. You all keep an eye on Mewt for me, okay? I wonder what he gets in trouble for. I don't think they ever, really mention it, but, sorry. He used to work at a bigger company before. When Mom died, he stopped caring. He broke down big time. He seems nice. Not many parents talk to their kids like that. I bet you used to go out on vacations and stuff a lot. Well, we'll be waiting for you at my place. Mewt, how much do you know about Marsh? Huh? I guess your family has had its problems too. But I heard that Marsh doesn't have a dad. Actually, I don't think Marsh's parents ever really make a big... actually, I don't think they have any impact on the story at all, really. Mewt's kinda do. Ritz... No, I don't think we ever find out if she has parents or not, really. But, oh well. By the way, this first episode might be a little longer, and then the other episodes after it will be decent length, but probably not as long as this first episode here. I like this room right here. This is a nice kid's room. I like the TV with the bunny ears and the old-fashioned stove and all that other good stuff. I for a while when I was younger, I thought the blue thing in the corner there, I thought that was a bunk bed, but I think it's just like a place for toys because the other beds are, over in the corner there. But I like this room set up right here. It's nice. It's cozy. It's in a nice little wintry town, or at least I always assume it's a wintry town, unless it just happens to be winter, which is always a possibility. But anyways, Donut. Oh, hiya. Welcome back. You're kind of late, aren't you? We had a snowball fight at school. I'm totally soaked. A snowball fight, huh? Did they pick on you again? I'm just not used to the snow, that's all. Plus they found some other dork to pick on, so heh, sucker. I'm just joking. Yeah, you always were bad at sports. Marsh, your guests are here. Tell them to come on up. You invited over some friends? Yeah, one of them says he found this really cool book. I thought you might want to see it too. You like books, don't you? You're always reading them. Only because there's nothing else to do at the hospital. Hey, I like reading, and there's plenty to do. Nothing except read and play games. Hello, we're here. You must be Donut. I'm Ritz. I'm your brother's classmate. And this is Mewt. Hiya. You get that book, Mewt? Yeah, right here. But I don't know what the title is. Even the guy that used Bookstop couldn't read it. Bookshop, not Bookstop. Oops. Wow, it looks really old. Let's see what it says. Can you see, Donut? Yeah, this is pretty much about as cutscene-y as it gets. I can't read these letters at all. Maybe there's some kind of magic spell. You might not be too far off. Look, a magic circle. Maybe this is in Latin or something? And there are some later editions. What does this say? Alta Oran Sondus Camila. It sure sounds like magic. Wow, magic book. I wish I could use magic. Me too, Donut. Me too. I knew you'd like it, Donut. If you could use magic, maybe you'd be better at sports. That's not funny. Actually, it is. Yeah, I gotta pick on the brother, huh? Haha, it's true. It'd be cool if this really were a magic book. Haven't you ever read a book and thought, what if the world in this book was the real world? Actually, yes, I like book worlds a lot better than the real worlds. I like video game worlds a lot better than the real worlds. I like all other worlds a lot better than real worlds. But hey, that's because I'm a nerd. I don't know. Most books are so boring. They're all way too predictable. What do you like, Ritz? Comic books? Games, you know, fighting monsters and all that. Okay, if you could make any game real, which would it be? That's a good question. I'd pick Final Fantasy. That's my favorite. Way to advertise, guys. Way to advertise. My, look at the time. I should get going soon. Yeah, me too. See you at school, Marsh. Thanks for having us over, Marsh. Nice meeting you too, Donut. See you later, Ritz. Well, wait, I'll see you guys out. Be right back, Donut. I wish I could use magic. Donut, it's time for your medicine. I'm guessing the bed on the on our left here, I'm guessing that is Marsh's bed, since that has the trophies on top of it. But then again, there's also the skateboard next to the bed on the right, so I'm not really sure. And for some reason, I'm not sure why, but on screen, on the TV, the bed sheets are much more purple than they are on the handheld screen here. Yeah, I guess it's just differences in the various color palettes of the machines or whatever. Anyways, go take your donut. Go take your medicine, Donut. Yeah, I like that room. That's a cool room. And actually, this is going by a little faster than I thought it would. So that's nice. But still. It must be... what's his name? Mewt's house. For a second I was thinking it might be Marsh's house, but then they said no, Marsh has the yellow house. Okay, that's odd. Oh great, everyone's turning into furries. I don't think we need that, but oh well. And our brother got kidnapped and we're right behind him. Except we're doing a bit more floaty than he did. That must be kind of unsettling to wake up on the streets in a strange town that you have no idea where it is, and it used to be winter, and all of a sudden it looks more like a summery desert area now. Huh? Where am I? Oh, excuse me. Watch where you're going, son. But you're a lizard. He kind of is a lizardish type guy, isn't he? Yeah, oh well. What did you say? I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm not very competent at that. Erp? I don't think I've ever said erp. You said lizard. It takes a lot of nerve to call Benga a lizard. Yeah, this guy right here, he is a Benga. We'll get into him a little more later. But this game introduces a few new races that were used in later Final Fantasy games. I think Bengas and then another race here were used in Final Fantasy 12, and I'm not sure if any of them were used in Final Fantasy 11. And I know one of the races introduced in the sequel to this game was also used in Final Fantasy 12. But again, I'm not sure where else they're used. But anyways, Kupo. There you are, Kupo. Hey, it's a Moogle. Moogle, this human brat with you? Yes, Kupo. He's just come in from the countryside, you see? Apologize to the Benga, Kupo. Sorry. Please excuse him. He's not used to seeing Benga. Hey, you wait. Kupo? Those clothes. You're a soldier, aren't you? Soldier? Yes, so you wouldn't mind a little engagement. Huh? What's going on here? He's engaging you, Kupo. To win, defeat all enemies. Alright, so we got our first actual fight of the game here. Awesome. And they're going to try to clobber us for, well, no good reason. Wait a second, I get it. Engage means fight. You sure are a keen observer of the obvious, Kupo. That's the judge, and the laws for today are all set. Judge? Laws? Uh-oh, don't tell me you don't know about those. The laws today forbid the use of all items, Kupo. Always be sure to check the laws or you'll be sorry. Check current laws from the main command menu. Okay, wait, so an engagement is a battle, and the laws are the rules for the battle, and that guy in armor is the judge? Kupo, it's your turn, Kupo. Use your sword and your abilities. I'll back you up. Okay, here goes. Alright, so our goal for this fight is to defeat... Well, I think it's just to defeat all the enemies. Does it say... Mission... Yeah, to win, defeat all enemies. we lose if all units are KO'd or Marsh is imprisoned. You only get imprisoned if you break the law, and you have to actually break the law a few times in order to actually get imprisoned, so we're not going to worry about that here. Let's see, if we go to the laws here, it'll say that items are forbidden to be used, so you get a penalty if you use any items. And then on the recommended here, basically you'll get judge points if you use a dark ability. We don't have any dark abilities, so we're not going to worry about it. Judge points, we'll go over those later. So let's go ahead and attack. By the way, if you go for the save now option, that gives you a a temporary save, and you'll have to either, I think it'll save and it'll quit you out, and then next time you start, you'll be back in the battle here where you saved at, and then the save will be deleted. So you have to either remake that save now or actually beat this guy and then make your save later. But anyways, let's go ahead and use what we learned in the Snowball fight to take this guy out. So let's go ahead and actually, let's go ahead and try something out here. If we go to the Benga here and press, I think, just the A button, yeah, we can check out his status, and we can check out all his various equipment and stuff like that. So he is a white monk. Press left or right, and you can see his abilities. Press R. He doesn't actually have any abilities, so he's just going to attack us there. And so yeah, this guy's going to be pretty easy. His buddy, he is a warrior. He's got a sword, so he's got better attack, and he has first aid, which basically it heals like, I think, like 10 or 15 HP, maybe even less than that actually. And if you have any status ailments like poison or something like that, it'll cure those off for you too. So that's actually pretty good. That's actually a move that we start off with, is first aid. If we go check out our status, yeah, we could get a shield, a sword, and a piece of armor there. And then yeah, we have first aid, shield bearer, which basically means you can use a shield in any class, and then we have a combat combo, which we'll go into later. But anyways, this guy right here, Mont Black, he is going to be or Mont Blanc, or however you want to pronounce it. He's going to be our other party member for the fight, and he is a black mage, which is mildly unfortunate, but oh well. And he starts off with fire, thunder, and blizzard, so that's actually pretty nice. But anyways, let's stop putzing around here, and let's get to the actual fight. So let's go ahead and move behind this guy right here, and let's clobber him with a nice physical attack there. We're going to do 22 damage with an 85% chance to hit, so let's get to it. And there is variances in what the amount of damages and stuff he'll do. Usually, in my experiences, it seems like it's usually a little lower than what the number says. Every once in a while it'll be higher, but it likes to round up, it seems like, in the chance part of the menu. At least that's what it seems like to me. Alright, and they're going to go after Mont Blanc here, unfortunately. And the way experience works in this game is, yeah, Mont Blanc, he's not controllable for this particular fight, and he's going to try to go for area of effect damages here, which is really nice. We'll go over more about those probably next episode, how the area of effects actually work. Aw, you killed him. I was going to kill him. Okay. Alright, 4 experience. Gotcha. And he got a judge point, which we'll go over again later. KO verified. 1 judge point. Or I guess we can go over it now. What's that? Collect judge points. That way you can use combos with the other clan members. It makes engagements a snap, Kubo. So all I have to do is defeat my opponents? Gotcha. Combos actually work better if multiple party members have the combo ability, and at the moment I think only Marsh has it and he doesn't have it, so it's not even worthwhile using. But anyways, as I was saying earlier, the way experience works is, I think in this game, is if you're a higher level than the enemy and you attack them or do something to them, you get less experience. If you're a lower level than the enemy and you attack them, you get more experience. That's why when this guy attacked Mont Blanc here, he got what? I think it was 18 experience or something like that. No, 16 experience. So yeah, he's going to get more experience just because he's lower level attacking a higher level. And like I said, you can actually clobber your own enemies, and you'd actually get experience out of that. And that's, or you could use like items on them, or you could cure them or whatever, and that's also going to give you experience. So that's also something to keep in mind. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and, let's see, let's go ahead and, so you got 29 HP. Let's go ahead and, I'm just going to move you over here for right now. And we're just going to wait for the moment. By the way, every once in a while, this judge guy, he's going to go ahead and move around. Hey, he's got a massive ass range, but he doesn't actually do anything in the battle, and you can't target him anyways, so don't even worry about it. He's just there to award penalties and judge points. Alright, Mont Blanc, you got hit there, buddy. I don't think these guys could actually level up in this fight, because I don't think they'd actually have enough turns to get enough experience, but they can try, I guess. Alright, nice fire spell there. And I think I'm still a little too far away from this guy to actually hit him, unfortunately. Yeah, oh well. I'll live. Yeah, he's trying to actually... Oh, I guess he's going to try to go over there and possibly use his first aid skill. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so it's going to cure for 8 damage there, or 8 points. It's not really too terribly useful, but I guess if you need a quick patch job or you're poisoned or something, I guess you could use it, but I'm not really too concerned with it, really. Oh, your spell's actually going to hit, but he has a very low chance to hit. Sometimes it seems like the lower chance to hit spells actually hit more often. So Mont Blanc was definitely the champ in that fight, that's for sure. Whew, I guess I made it somehow. And the battle is won. Very nice. Grr, I'm hurt. Where's that potion? Infraction of law forbidding items. All violators will be sent to prison. Actually, they're not going to send you to prison every single time. It actually takes a few attempts to actually get you to prison usually, unless you do something really major. Koopo, the Slimer. I hope I never get sent there. The Slimer? Yeah, prison. They send people who break the law there. Oh, it's a dark and scary place, Koopo. Perpetrator sentenced and imprisoned. Visitors are asked to go to the prison facility in Sprome. Sprome? Prison? What have I got myself into? Thanks for helping me. Never ever call Benga a lizard, Koopo. Sorry, I really didn't know. You have seen a Benga before, right, Koopo? Yes, well, no, not a real one, at least. Koopo, where exactly are you from, Koopo? Ketawan? Muscadet? I don't know. I'm all confused. And to top it off, I'm talking to a stuffed animal. A stuffed animal? I'll have you know I'm a Moogle, Koopo. Fine, so you're a Moogle. What's that? Didn't you say you actually played Final Fantasy, or is that just Ritz the only one that played Final Fantasy? So I know Moogles have definitely been in a few Final Fantasies. Okay, I believe you. You're confused. Let me explain. This is the town of Cyril, in the land of Ivalice, or Ivalice, or however you want to pronounce the dang thing. Ivalice? That's the name of the town where I'm from. Town? But Ivalice is a country. Not my Ivalice, and there's no Benga there either. What about Moogles? Surely the other towns have them. Nope, we just have normal things like dogs and cats. But you said you'd seen a Benga, only not a real one. What did you mean, Koopo? Well, it's just, I've seen a Benga, but in a computer game, not real life. Koopo? It's called Final Fantasy. It's not real. Well, not really. It's like a pretend world with heroes and monsters. So you're saying here is just like your pretend world? Yeah, come to think of it, it's just like in the game. Well, let's not go that far. Okay, now I'm the one that's confused. Kupo? Sorry, I know I'm not being very helpful. No, this is by far the most Kupo story I've ever heard. You're telling me. Of course, I'm not entirely sure I believe you, Kupo. I can hardly believe it myself. What should I do? I think our meeting like this was no accident, Kupo. Stick with me and I'll help you out, okay, Kupo? Yeah, this guy says Kupo a lot, so it's gonna drive you frickin' Kupo eventually. Thanks. By the way, I'm Marsh. What's your name? They call me Mont Blanc, Kupo. Come with me, Marsh. What's this place? This is where our clan members hang out. Clans are like groups of people who work together. Dang pubs. Wow, everybody looks so tough. Well, our clan takes on some pretty rough jobs. About that. Of course, the pay's good and there's never a dull moment. Maybe someone here knows how I can get back home. You could ask around, Kupo. Can I join the clan too? Sure thing. I just have to introduce you and you're in. Hey everyone, I'd like to introduce Marsh. Hello. Me and the others will help you out. And maybe we can help you find your way home, Kupo. Say, Mont Blanc, does this clan have a name? Well, it's kind of a small clan, so no, not yet. Kupo, why don't you give it a name, Kupo? Me? To commemorate you joining the clan. Make it a Kupo one. Okay, sure. The default name is Nutsy. I'm going to go ahead and name it something a little less nutty. So let's go ahead and name it Poodle. That works for me. How about Poodle? Kupo, henceforth we shall be called Clan Poodle. Yeah, that's got a nice ring to it. I like your sense of style there, Mont Blanc. Okay, let's get you settled in, shall we, Kupo? This is where we are right now in Ivalice. Symbols are received when you complete a mission. Place them to add new missions at the pub. Place them in a special order to reveal treasures. Try to find the special combinations yourself. Or look them up online. Okay, so we gotta place the Sprome symbol here, which is this town right here. So I'm gonna link a webpage that'll give you information on how to put these to get various items or whatnot, and depending on how you put them down, if like there are several different icons. There are towns, there are fields, there's mountains, there's lakes, stuff like that, and depending on how you arrange them, you'll have a chance to do something called a treasure hunt, which will give you an item, and different combinations of placing the icons down will give you various different items and all sorts of other good stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, which one am I going to use here? I forget. There are several different choices, and none of them are the right way. They're just all whichever one you want to do. Just look up the various items and figure out which one you rather get. Let's see, I'm thinking. Yeah, there are tons of ways to get this. Like, see, I think I'm gonna go for the one called Dutch Ivalice. And when you guys see the webpage that I link you to, you'll be able to find it on there and figure out which one you like yourself. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put Sprome. Let's see, where are we putting you? We're putting you right here, I think. No, I think it's right. No, where is it? Sprome, we're gonna put you. Yeah, I think we are gonna put you right here, aren't we? Where'd you go, bastard? Yeah, I'm going to put it right here, and basically the reason why I'm doing this is because this particular one, the Dutch Ivalice, this will get you pretty much all of the items you can only get from doing the treasure hunts that I mentioned earlier. So I'm going to go put that right there, and eventually we'll get stuff out of it. Alright, but next episode, we're going to go ahead and, well, continue on with the game. So guys, let's go ahead and save in the system here, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good night. By the way, these were just things I was testing out before we started here, so this is going to be the one we're actually going to use. Alright, see you guys later.